Ready up.
53. 53. Mike.
Protein spill.
Let's go. Check.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Stick. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Here we go.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Come on,
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hit it.
They'll try the left side.
Go,
Spence.
Run.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check Mike.
On 4th down, here's Stick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
There. Switch gears.
12.
Check.
Look for signals.
Check 43. Kill.
Pre-alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the run. Switch.
Zebra. Good guys, 4 down.
25. Check 25.
Wilson throwing again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
it, baby. Let's go.
Ah, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
I know he ain't got it.
They'll run on first down. Spence. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 83 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Chubb running right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Go now. 18 Gator.
5, Mike.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
A run for Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
90 Wolf.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey.
Blue draw Corkers. Snap.
On second down, it's Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Oh, you got deep? Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
A shotgun throw for Stick. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14, Raiders nothing. Austin.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Go.
Motion.
95.
Like 22, he's coming, 22.
Orbit.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
We got this.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Hot. Check 3.
On first down, Spence. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Raiders nothing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You don't want none. Check safety. Let's go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready?
The mic. Not here. Watch tight end.
Look, squeeze.
Tight end's right. 3 down.
Let's go.
They run again on first down. Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Okay,
The
ready?
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run.
Leo.
Watch the safety creep. Shift.
Gone. On the ball. Hey.
Go get him.
Shoot.
Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 26 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
19.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
53's the mic.
Gun.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Alert.
Check. 53's Mike.
Hot seven.
Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0.
Mike. Check. Whip.
Now Wilson to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And, Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Hey, eat. Hey,
Here.
They'll run on first down. Spence. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Nice hit, boy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check 26.
Now a give right side. Spence. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Charlie.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Get it.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go, here we go.
Ready?
Now Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, baby.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Yes.
Go, 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 go.
On the ground, it's Chubb down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Check, 43. Hey.
General West.
Check three.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Snap.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Zoom.
Mike, one left.
Who's coming, Mike? No chance. Mike,
On first down, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Left hash.
They go play action now. Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Alert.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Let's go, D. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
22's coming. Mike.
Let's go, baby. We turn it over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Mike's 22. Mike's 22. He's tired of me.
12.
He's tired of us.
12.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Stop your whining. Shift. 6. Fresno.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Hey, alert.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here we go. Delta. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Friday.
Night, sweetheart.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Blue Dan.
Check 50.
To throw again is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken very short. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike's 22, Mike's 22.
That's it. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
Gun.
Check. Tight dog. Switch.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
We got work.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Slam. Alert flare.
Good guys, 4 down. Go. Friday.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Good guys, 4 down.
53.
I'm coming.
Hey, easy. Check.
I'm coming. Check 99.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Watch twist.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Check.
One left.
Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, tighten.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and
22,
long.
he's coming. 22's coming.
Left hash, left hash.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's go. He's crashing.
Front left, front left.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go
A good
now.
run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Mike, 53.
I don't think you got it, son. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
You're out.
They run. Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Door.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
He's coming. We got double. Go.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
80 weapon.
Check. Lucky.
Hey.
Move.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go, baby.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Let's go. 60 yards.
53. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Go.
Back.
Lead rip.
Chubb will get the call running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Woo! Let's get it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He spins free. That one is caught by Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
Down. 18 Gator.
Watch the pass.
Yo, go, now.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Seibert's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, 0.
We got motion. Back up.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Wilson. The open man here, Renfro. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hold up. Mike's 22.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
There.
Mike's 22. Set the tone, defense.
To throw again, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. Their season ends.